Hello everybody, I am Krishna Rao Patro. Today we will discuss one more important program, how to show the list of files of a given directory. So using Java, you have to find out what files are there in a particular directory. So that means my input is, I will take the directory name. Once the directory name is given, how can you show the list of files? For that, I think we have discussed in the previous session, there is a package called IO package. In IO package, there are multiple classes are there, but one of the important class called file class. So using file class, you can solve this problem. See, this is a simple program to show the list of files of a given directory. So my input is directory name. Once you give the directory name, then it will display line by line the list of files. So my input is what? Directory name. So I am reading through my scanner object. After reading the directory name, then I am creating one object of file. This object of file will be taking the directory name as input. After taking the directory name, then using that object, I can call a method called list files. So that will display the array of files. So that file array I will display one by one. So that one I can write using a extended for loop. So use f.getName, so that will display the name of the file. Then repeat for all the files of the array, because it returns what? The array. This array. Now let us do in the system. Now let me do in the system. I am calling my notepad. Our goal is what? To display the list of files of a given directory. If I give a directory, then from the directory you will get it. And remember, for every system, there will be two minimum directory will be created in every folder. One is current directory, second is the previous directory or parent directory. The current directory is represented by dot. Dot means current directory, and the double dot is known as parent directory. Double dot is the parent directory. Fine. Now you can give even dot also as input, or you can give double dot as also input. So if I give single dot, that indicates current directory. If I give double dot, you can say parent directory, or you can give some subdirectory also. So my input can be anything, or you can give that there will be subdirectory. Let us have a small program, and this program requires import of IO package. Import java.io. So I am importing the complete IO package. Now class directory files, dir files. Now go to your main method, public static void main string argument array. Now here you have to create the object. Which object? The file object. So let me declare one file obj. This object requires one name, that is the directory name. This directory name I will read from the user. So let me define one string called directory name. This one how to read? Using util package, scanner package. So let me import the scanner package. Import java.util.star. Okay. Scanner sc equal to new scanner within bracket system dot in. That means I am going to read from keyboard. So here I will ask the user enter system dot out dot println. Enter file name. Now, once this message comes, you have to read it. How to read? There is a method called getLine or get means next or next line. There underscore name equal to sc dot next. This sc dot next what will do? It will read the line with single word. That means I will read only a single file name. Now after giving this directory name, then I will initialize my file object. Using this file object, I will read my list of files because this file object will be holding the name of the directory. Now I will initialize obj equal to new file. Here I will pass the directory name. Whatever the name you have given, then using that name I will try to get the files. Here this name is what? Name of the directory. Now obj dot list files, that will return the list of files. This list of files return an array. So file array of files, file list, file underscore list. Here what I did, I call this method. This method will return the list of files. So I stored in a array called file list. This file list I will display because here you are getting multiple files. So how to display? I will put a loop for, I will use my extended for loop file f colon file underscore list. Now I got what? My f system dot out dot println. Here now if I write f, that will print complete object, but I don't want the complete information. I want to print only the name of the file. So f dot, and I told you in file class there is a method of get name. So I will call get name method, that will give you the name associated with the file. Now let us run the program. Control C, Control S, Control V dot Java. Okay, my file is saved. Go to the command prompt, compile it, Java dir followed by files. Now the file is compiled successfully. Please observe here dir star.java. There are many Java files are there, and dir, if I type dir, you will find there are many files. Let me create a folder also. How to create a folder? md, assume my folder name is d1 but directory 1. Similarly I am creating one more folder, md d2, dir all directories. So I am getting d1 and d2 are two folders available in my directory. In addition to this, dot and double dot. Please observe here. Dot and double dot. Dot is current directory. Double dot is my parent directory. So if I go to D1, how to go to D1? CD D1. Yeah. Now I am in the D1 directory. The D1 directory. Let me have a file. Notepad. Some x.txt. Hello X. Control S. See, this is the file available in my directory. Again, one more I will create. Node some y.java. After creating this file, I may store multiple sentence. Okay, this is fine. Okay, this is first line. Now this first line is a part of the y.txt. So closing. Now there in this file x.txt and y.java, the two files are there in D1 directory. Now I'll go to my parent directory. In parent directory, my file is there. What is the name of the file? The DAR files. This is my directory files. Now Java C directory files .java. Okay, compiled. Now if I type Java directory files, now it is asking enter the file name. Enter the file name. Assume I will give a dot. Dot means what? Current directory. If I give current directory, yeah, so it is displaying all the files of current directory. These are the files of current directory. But if I give, for example, I may give Java D1. Actually, there is one more directory called D1 also. If I give D1, yeah, it is showing x.txt and y.java. These two files are available. So whatever the files are there in my directory, it is showing. Similarly, if I give double dot means my parent directory. That is the parent directory of here C users IARE ICT 6 desktop, then Patro. Under Patro directory I am running. For Patro the parent is desktop. If I give double dot, it shows the files available in the desktop. So you can display all the files from any directory. So this is the way. But if you observe here, if I give single dot, it indicates what? It gives all the files. But how many files are there? That assume I want to count. So how to count the files in the current directory? So I will make a counter, int counter. Initial counter equal to 0. Now my counter is increment a counter plus. Once the loop is over, then I will print system dot out dot println number of files. That number of files is available in the counter. So this counter will tell that how many files are there. Now let us run. I will compile it. For every modification you have to compile it. Now Java DAR files. Now if I enter button, if I give dot, yeah, there are 125 files are there. In my current directory, 125 files are there. Similarly, if I give my D1 folder, D1, that gives only 2 because only 2 files are there. So this is the way you can count the files available in the current directory or any folder. Now I want to change little bit this program. Assume I may ask display only Java files. Don't display all. Display only Java files. In that case, how to do? What is my requirement? Display only Java files. So here what I will do, because this program is now currently showing all files, but I want to restrict to only .java files. So you can put a condition, because you know that when you say f.getName, that gives the string. So Control C, Control X. Here what I'll do, I'll make a string called file name. This equal to this getName. GetName string file name. Okay, I got my file name. My file name having different extension .java, .c, .cpp, .py. But here my question is to filter out only Java files. So if I'll put a condition, if file name dot, because it is a string. In string there is a method called ends with. So here I'll put a condition. If at all it ends with within double quote Java, this indicates that it is a Java file. That means the ends with is a method which will check the string whether the name ends with Java or not. If it is ends with Java, then returns true. Otherwise, returns false. So if at all it is Java, then display it and increment the counter. So these two lines have to execute under this if condition. So I'll put a, when there are multiple lines, always put a open brace and curly brace. Open brace and curly brace. That means here I am displaying only .java files. Now let us run. Compile it. Yes. Current file name. Yeah. Now it is showing only number of files 62. Here I should write the file name. File name is Control C. File name. Control S. It is showing blank. Instead of file name, I will ask enter the directory name because better one. Instead of file name, I will say enter directory name or folder name. Clear the screen. Compile it. Yeah. Now I am entering the directory. Single dot. Yeah. So it is showing all the files followed by the number of files 62. So it contains only 62 Java files. If at all I ask display .java files, sorry, .class files, .class, because after compiling Java program, I am getting a bytecode. That bytecode is with extension .class. So in my program, that means in my directory, both are there. .class is there, .java is there. So let us run. I want to have .java file, .class files, .class files. Compile it. Assume current dot. Yeah. So 19 .class files are there. So you can filter out any type of program using this. Mostly, even in the filtering technique, they will be using this type of concept. Now, I will ask how many .class files are there and how many Java files are there. Print their count. Display count of both .class and .java. I want to have count of both. How many .class file and how many .java files. So in that case, what I'll do, I'll make two counter. One counter is Java counter and one more is class counter. Int C counter. This is also initially, yeah. Now C counter is also initially 0. So here I'll put a condition whether it is a C or J. So if at all ends with class, then I'll go for C counter. Similarly, if at all it ends with Java, here else, if ends with the .java, then it will display the file name followed by, but here I should increment J counter, not C counter. So if at all this condition satisfies, J counter is incremented. Similarly, if the .class is satisfied, then here C counter is incremented. Now when the loop is over, print both the counter, number of Java files as well as this is number of Java files available in J counter and number of class files that is available in C counter. So let me print this. Control S. Compile it. Now Java dir files. Now here let me give dot current dot. Current dot means single dot means current directory. Yeah. Here there are 62 Java files and 19 class files. So this is the way you can filter out. And whatever the methods you want, you can do also. I think I told you there is a tool called Java P. Java dot io.file. See, there the methods are there in the file class. Sometimes you may give a directory which may not exist. Assume, so you can check whether it exists or not. Let us say clear the screen. Now again I'll run. Assume I'll give ABC. This ABC is not there. Then immediately it throws null pointer exception. That means it is not there, then why you have given. So to avoid this problem, I will put, because after giving this name, it throws exception. I will put this one in a try block. Try. Always to handle the exception, keep all the statement in a try block. I am keeping all these things in a try block. Catch exe pta an exception. If at all any error comes, it will say that directory not found. System dot out dot println, because this statement will come only if there is a mismatch or invalid directory name. Invalid directory. So this statement I will display. Now let us run. Yes. Now Java directory files. Yes. Assume I am giving single dot. Yeah. Single dot is working. If I give some other directory, for example, I will give AB or ABCD. Now invalid directory. You got a message called invalid directory. So this directory not found. So this is the way you can have a more reliability on the system. So I told you your Java is more robust. So to make full robustness, always you have to implement the exception handling concept. So for exception handling, there are 5 keywords. These 5 keywords you have to utilize. For exception handling, the 5 keywords. What are the keywords? Try, catch. First is try, second is catch, then throw, throws, final. But out of 5, you may use all or you may use only 1 or 2. So here in this program I have used only 2, try and catch. Okay. So this way you can solve this type of program. So try to utilize the Java tool to know about whether the this one, what do you say, file exists or not. You can do with the help of this file methods. Now when I create this file, before that let me check whether exists or not also. If obj dot exist, this method returns true or false. Else now already you have created what? The Java tool. Java p java dot io dot file. There is a method called exist. This method returns boolean value, true or false. So now I will apply this exist. Here file exist or directory exist. System dot out dot println directory exist. Directory not exist. Control S. Compile it. Now Java directory files. Here I am giving assume ABCD directory not exist. So immediately you can stop there is also. So whenever you want to check this type of things, you can check the exist method. This method returns true or false. If it is true, continue, else stop it. Assume if you say not exist, here itself the control you can return. You can write return. No need to continue. Because if you say return, what happens? Immediately the control goes out of the main method. The control goes to OS. Now compile it. Java directory files. I will give ABCD because this directory is not there in my system. Yeah, invalid directory not exist. So this is the way you can solve it. Okay. Thank you.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.